guys, it is me, Tanya, founder of the TNG Designs Group Limited. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Now, in today's video, that's right, we're going to be talking about how to market your brand. So, many ways to go about doing that, as always. But before you get stuck into this video, I want to make sure that you go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, because folks, as much as I love and appreciate all your views, I truly do, I would love for you to go ahead and add additional support by going ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you also hit that little ding bell so you do not miss out on any other videos that I go ahead and upload. And folks, stick around to the very, very end of this video because, as always, I've got a super cool gift to be able to share with you. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. Okay, so as I said, we're going to be talking about how to market your brand, okay? Now, as always, I'm just going to give it to you in 3 bite-sized chunks. This is what I do. It's what I know, like, and love. And I think in 3s, it's such a cool number because it's what will stick with you, right? It's just enough to make sure that you remember it, but equally it's not too much that you start forgetting it, okay? So the number 1 thing I want to make sure that you're doing is finding yourself to be in a position or equally understand who your audience is, right? Because if you don't get who your audience is, folks, if you don't understand who it is that you're talking to for the specific subject, for the specific product that you're doing or service that you have, then you're going to start hitting and hoping, start throwing things at your imaginary wall and fingers crossed something will stick. But you know what? Number 1, it takes up a hell of a lot of time. Number 2, you're going to start wearing yourself thin. And number 3, you're also going to start tiring yourself out. Please don't do that. I don't want you guys to burn out. I want to make sure that you are elevating in the best possible kind of a way that actually stays congruent to who you are as your brand, which actually kind of brings me nicely onto this next point, which is the idea of purpose, right? Now, as always, you know, I will always talk to you guys about your VPV. So once you've established what your VPV is, you're also going to establish what your purpose is for you and your business, and especially your brand, and especially how you need to be showing up with the likes of your brand, with the likes of your values, with the likes of what it is and why it is that you're doing. When you start leading with your purpose, especially when it comes to marketing your brand, you get to know what kind of message that you're actually sharing with your audience. You get to know how to even connect better with your audience. And equally, you get to know how to make sure that you're putting out that message that I just spoke about in a way that gets delivered and equally that gets received by your audience. Because folks, 9 times out of 10, a lot of messages are getting thrown out here, but they have no purpose or no meaning, or they have no drive behind it. When you do understand your purpose, you get to understand what that drive is. When you do understand your purpose, you equally get to understand how to make sure that you deliver it in a kind of a way that will equally get received by your audience, okay? And this 3rd thing, relevance. I cannot stress to you enough how much relevance actually plays a huge and key part within your business and within your brand, personal or, as I said, business just a minute ago, right? It's all relevant, and relevance has a super huge key part. Because imagine you're trying to market your brand and you've got a bit of merchandise, right, that you're putting out there, you're giving to your audience because you want to stay remembered, you know, all this kind of stuff. But you're putting out, giving them something, say, for example, if you are a beauty business and you're giving them a mouse mat, not relevant. And if you were, or the flip side of it, if you're an IT business and you're giving people body spray, not relevant. You know, think about what relevance it has to you and your brand. When it comes to putting out merch, when it comes to delivering a message or the way how you want to make sure that a message is received, make it all relevant, folks, because when you add relevance or relevancy behind the item or behind the vehicle that you're trying to use to get your message out there and so forth, it just ties it all together. It brings everything about full circle. And equally, remember, as much as you started your brand is what you know. You now need others to know and understand your brand, the outsider to know what it is. You need to be remembered for the right reasons, not for the wrong, irrelevant reasons, right? And equally, when it comes to that idea of being remembered, think about how you can use that idea of relevancy to start putting out that message that equally relates to who your audience is and equally relates back to you and why it is that you do what you do for them, right? So folks, really think about that. And I also want to make sure that I'm going to give this added little extra tip. When you're thinking about the idea of relevancy or who your audience is or equally what your purpose is about when it comes to marketing your brand, you do all these things really to make sure that you actually position yourself in the best kind of a way. Because positioning yourself, that's another thing. And yes, I've done a video on this, but when you start positioning yourself in a way that makes you known as that authoritative figure within your industry, within your business, within your niche of what it is that you do, yeah, not only is it game changing, but it equally helps things to make sense. It slots things into position. And you positioning yourself with the idea of what it is that you want to be known for, but more so with the idea of how to market your brand, you start lining yourself up for being recognized as this go-to person. And as I said before, and equally lining yourself up being recognized as that, oh, that's that person that does X, Y, and Z. Let me go speak to them. People are now seeking you out versus you continuously seeking them out, you know? Think about that, folks. So I'm going to leave it there. And as always, I would like you to go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you go ahead and hit that little ding bell so you do not miss out on any other videos that I go ahead and upload. But equally, folks, please make sure that you go ahead and share this video as well, because I want to make sure I reach out to as many people as possible. It's one of my missions to help as many folks out there, as many business owners, especially in the coaching space, to realize and recognize that they are more than what they see, right? And more so because you as business owners as well, do you know what? It's sometimes sad to see that you will pour and pour and pour, even understand that I know that you will also pour and pour and pour into other people, but forget to pour into yourself as well. So it's my mission to help make sure that you understand that. It's my mission to make sure that you also understand that not only are you more than what you see, but when you tap into all of these elements that I keep sharing with you guys, you get to really appreciate and know, like, and trust yourself, what it is that you do and why it is that you do it as well. Because you then start talking about it with all the more passion, start delivering it with all the more certainty. And really, folks, that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I want to make sure that you equally do. Off the back of that, make sure you go ahead and click the link that's in the description box below. It's my gift from me to you. And I want to make sure that you tap into these really cool 6 key points. And yes, there is a little bonus at the end of it as well. But I want to make sure that you're tapping into it and getting all the juicy little nuggets that I've actually shared in there with you. All about the idea of how you can actually boost your brand, especially within your own marketplace. And equally, how you can start making better connections with others as well. So folks, go ahead and click on the link that's in the description box below. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the other side.